Guys, and welcome back to the Teacher Made channel where everything is made by a teacher. My name is Shannon and I am a licensed special education teacher working with children grades preschool through 12th grade. Today on our Sped Talk, we are going to talk about children who have dysgraphia. Dysgraphia is a neurological disorder for children who struggle with anything that has to do with writing. As far as writing with a pencil, how you hold the pencil, grip the pencil, spelling, punctuation, grammar, anything, everything, like I said, that has to do with writing. This is how you can help these children at home or at school. So the first thing you want to do is you want to include a graphic organizer for these children and students at school, because graphic organizers not only help us adults stay organized, but they also help students, especially high school students and middle school students, stay organized with their classes. So you want to have a graphic organizer. I would say do a pre-filled one. That means have one that's already pre-filled with information about the lesson or the assignment that you're getting ready to teach, and then let them write in the rest of it. That means it wouldn't cause a lot of stress on that student, because like I said, these children, they struggle with anything that has to do with writing because it is a writing disorder. Number two, you want to try and do assignments that may include working on the computer. I know children love technology these days nowadays. So working on the computer is more fast and it's efficient, and also has spell check in there. So it's automatically checking the spelling for them, because spelling is a part of a problem for children with dysgraphia. So spell checking is also we have on the computer, which is called speech to text. And thanks to advanced technology nowadays, you can also have the student speak in the computer. I even use this on my own computer. They talk to the computer and the computer just types it out for them for their assignments or whatever they're working on. Number three, make sure you have line paper or graph paper that's big or small. For my students, I have the big old manuscript like paper, so it helps them with their writing. Sometimes I will highlight it for them and they'll just trace over the highlighted work, but I'll talk about that later. So you want to make sure that you have line paper, because it helps them with improving their writing and practicing on the lines and working with spacing. And spacing, you can just put your finger in between, have them practice putting their finger down and then starting the writing after they put their finger in on the paper. So that helps with spacing. Number four, which is audio recorders. So instead of them writing down the notes, they can record the notes that are going on inside the classroom. So whatever you are saying inside the classroom, they will just have it recorded, and they can take that home and they can review the notes at any time. You know, with virtual learning, all the notes are already pre-recorded if you're recording your lessons. That way the student can go back and check on whatever they miss or complete the assignment by themselves. Number five, I did a lot of this, especially for integrated testing, and it is an accommodation called Dictate to Scribe. And basically, you're just writing for the student. For this one student, he had dysgraphia, so I had to write out everything for him during the test. So make sure you put that accommodation on your child's IEP if need to be, but use it as your discretion, because you don't want it to serve as a crib, as a clutch, or cause them from not wanting to write at all. Because I have had this one student, he was very dependent upon that, and it made him not want to write at all. The next thing you want to do is include a pencil grip, and pencil grips are good because it helps with the fine motor skills, and it also helps with the structure and the formatting of the writing. Something as simple as a pencil grip can help improve a child's writing. You may not think so, but it really can. I always make sure I have pencil grips in my classroom to use for my students. The next thing you want to do is reduce the workload of the writing assignment. Try not to give a lot of writing for them to copy from the board or anything from outside of a textbook or any notes that they're doing. So that can serve as an accommodation as well as at home. Don't give your child a big assignment that requires them to write a lot, because y'all, when I was a child growing up, my mama made me and my sister practice writing our name, and even though it helped me and my sister, it also deterred me from wanting to write. But now that I am older, I love to write, and you can also check out my blog down below in the description box, because it has helped me with my writing. I'll write my notes on a separate sheet of paper, then I'll transfer it onto the computer. So just keep that in mind. Make sure whatever you do, make sure it doesn't deter the child from wanting to do it later. And the last thing that you want to do is maybe you can have your child practice writing at home by letting them trace over highlighted material. So in my classroom, I'll have different colors and I will write the sentence for them, and then they will just trace over the highlighted letters that help them with their writing. And it was also very fun because they had like the different colors of the highlighted simple sentences. So these are just my 8 tips and accommodations for a child with dysgraphia. You can use these at home or at school or wherever you go, guys. So make sure you check out my blog in the description box below and subscribe to this channel. Goodbye.